6-2 the win for the Auburn Doubledays last night in the series finale against the West Virginia Black Bears, and now it's time to start a brand new series opening up tonight, a 3-game set against the Mahoning Valley Scrappers tonight at Falcon Park. Hi everybody, JD Rachi alongside Jack McMullen. This is the Auburn Doubledays pregame show brought to you by Cayuga Community College. Big win, bounce-back win for Auburn last night after getting swept in the doubleheader on Friday evening. 6-2 the final over the West Virginia Black Bears, and it all got started momentum-wise with the right-hander on the mound, the Double-A rehabber Sterling Sharp.
Yeah, and Sharp was exactly what his last name is. He was very sharp, and he threw 3 innings in his Double-A in his short season A rehab stint from Double-A Harrisburg. He threw 3 innings, he faced the minimum, just 2 base hits against him, so that was great. But how about Todd Peterson coming on in relief, too? This is a guy the last 3 times that he started a game, he's gone 5 innings. Yesterday, a 5-inning relief appearance. So when you have Todd there to bridge the gap from a starter that you know would have an abbreviated start, even if the pitch count isn't very high, that's imperative. And of course, they got help from somebody who went big fly.
Yeah, Jake Alou, his first professional homer coming in the second inning. 3 straight singles from Jeremy Idens, Onyx Vega, and JT Arruda loads the bases. Andrew Pratt struck out to bring 2 outs in the inning. And then Jake Alou, the first pitch he sees, sends it over the right field fence. A grand slam on your first professional homer. His parents and his grandfather were in attendance. It was just a really cool night last night for Jake.
It was really cool, and it was also a no-doubter, and we haven't seen many of those at Falcon Park. A lot of them are kind of making their way back to the wall, and you see the outfielders converge, and it's close, but we really haven't seen anybody take their time getting out of the batter's box. We did see it once with Caldioli Sanflair, because why not? And he hit a ball to the moon. But so did Jake Alou yesterday, and he got an up-and-in fastball. He turned on it, and he took his time getting around the base pass. Why not, too? Your first pro home run is a grand slam. I mean, come on, that's sick.
And then we almost had the same exact thing happen a couple of innings later. Again, 3 straight singles from Onyx Vega, then from JT Arruda, then from Jeremy Idens, loads the bases. Andrew Pratt then strikes out for 1 out in the inning. But then Jake unfortunately grounded into a double play. Couldn't get 2 grand slams in one game, but that's the second most RBIs that any Doubleday has had in a game this year, outside of Drew Ward when he had 5 on a rehab assignment. So the only true Doubleday, the only true guy to actually be on the roster and be so young, that's a big momentum shift for Jake Alou's young career.
Absolutely, and it's a big momentum shift for Auburn coming into this series, because Auburn, yes, they're mathematically eliminated from playoff contention, so the season is going to end on Labor Day, September 2nd, here against Batavia at 1 o'clock, but Jake Alou has kind of propelled the Doubledays to a chance to, take a good series against Mahoning Valley. The record, you don't want to throw it out the window entirely, but Rocket Wheeler said it yesterday when I was talking to him pregame. He said this is a learning league and this is a developmental league. So it's a lot of individual performance, and there's still a handful of games to individually perform very well. So if you have 9 individuals offensively and a couple of individuals on the mound perform really well night in and night out, then Auburn can end the season on a pretty hot streak.
One guy that's been performing really well on the mound is Tyler Dyson, tonight's starter, or this afternoon starter. We got a 1 o'clock start here on a Sunday afternoon at Falcon Park. 9 straight innings in his last 2 outings without allowing an earned run. The 5th-round pick out of Florida has been really, really impressive.
Yeah, and last time on the mound, it was at State College back on August 18th. The guy threw 54 pitches in 5 innings. Talk about efficiency right there. He's lowered that ERA to sub-2, and he's been great so far. This is a guy that projects nicely, and a lot of people in the Nationals organization think that he has a chance to rise all the way to Washington. And once you see him on Masson, you got Bobby C talking about him too. So that could be big time for him. So Tyler Dyson, we're seeing the beginnings of a young and very promising career for the Florida right-hander. So, a chance to continue that against Mahoning Valley today.
Right now, a top 30 prospect in the Nationals organization, somewhere around the 24-25 mark. But looking at Mahoning Valley, today's opponent, this is a team that is loaded with Indians prospects all throughout the entire order. Brian Lavastida, Brian Rocchio, guys like that are all really impressive. It's going to be a tough matchup against Mahoning Valley.
Definitely, and a lot of them are very young, too. Mahoning Valley, much like West Virginia, they stack their short season affiliate with a lot of good prospects. We saw it from the team that just departed, Jared Triolo, high-ranked prospect. A lot of guys, high-ranked prospects there. But Mahoning Valley and the Indians, they do the same exact thing with that team coming in from Eastern Ohio. Should be a good 3-game set.
Really good Scrappers club, but so is West Virginia, and Auburn salvaged a series tie yesterday with the win in the series finale. We'll see if they can do it again today and get a series opener win against the Mahoning Valley Scrappers. First pitch coming up at 1 o'clock. You can go join Jack and I on FingerLakes1.com for the entire game, and we'll talk to you in just a little bit. This has been your Auburn Doubledays pregame show, brought to you by Cayuga Community College.